Hi and welcome to our Boxtel YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain how to download and configure the Boxtel LotusHRM application. First, you have to download the setup kit from https://www.boxtelsystems.com/download/boxtel.lotushrm-64bit-setup.exe.zip file. Downloaded file is in zip format. Extract it, then run the setup kit. Sometimes Windows Defender Smart Screen module will prevent from starting this setup kit, but don't panic. In this pop-up screen, just click More Info, link will enable Run Anyway button. Now, click that button to continue the installation. In some computer, the User Account Control module will prompt you that the publisher is unknown. Do you want to make changes to your device with question mark? Just click Yes button to continue the setup kit installation. To install the setup kit, we need Windows 10 or Windows 11 or Windows Server 2016 or higher and 64-bit Windows OS. Before installing this software, make sure that this PC meet this system requirement. This setup kit has built-in .NET Core 7.0, SQL Server 2019 Express Edition, built-in web server, and all other required libraries to run the application. It will configure the SQL Server on the fly. Some customers may have SQL Server 2016 Standard or other edition. In this case, we can make use of it, otherwise, we have to create the SQL Server installation manually. The SQL Server full setup kit is available under temp folder in C drive. Let us wait to complete the installation. Installation has been completed. Now click Finish button to close the setup kit window. After complete the installation, we can get two Boxtel icons in the desktop screen. First one is Boxtel Admin Manager and second is Boxtel Web Server. Let us explore the Boxtel Admin Manager first. Double-click the Boxtel Admin Manager icon to run. You can see the list of buttons like Application Configuration, License Manager, Database Backup, and Restore. First, click the Application Configuration button. This module will help us to do basic configuration to run the application. In this pop-up window, the first option is Update Document and Temp folder. The purpose of the feature is that at runtime, the Boxtel LotusHRM application will create many temporary files when user generate the report, processing attendance, importing staff details, and in other operations. Similarly, when downloading user photo from the biometric devices, the document folder is used to store it. In future, we bring more options like uploading user document and letter writer. To serve this purpose, we have to configure the appropriate folder to organize the files. At the time of installation, the setup kit will create two folders under C drive. One is Boxtel-LotusHRM, second one is Temp folder. For document, select Boxtel-document folder from C drive. Similarly, for temp folder, select temp from C drive, then click Update button to save the changes. Next, configure database. As I said beginning of this video, the setup kit will install the SQL server automatically for us and do some basic configuration to connect the database from Boxtel LotusHRM software. Without connecting the database, we cannot create company and this installation cannot be completed. Just click Test button with default setting. If your customer have different SQL server instance or login credential, then apply it before hit Test button. If the database server has connected successfully, then it will create a new company, then execute the database script to create all required tables and fields to run the application smoothly. Next is create company. After complete the database configuration, the admin manager will create the default company name as test. You can select the company, hit edit button to change the company name and type address it, then click update button. When creating a company, the default login ID has been created by the admin manager, but every customer would like to use their own login credentials. Hit Change Admin Mail ID button, then type as admin or use any other mail ID for login, then click Update button to save the changes. Next is configure web server. Our Boxtel LotusHRM is a web-based application which required a web server to serve the web pages. You can configure to use built-in web server or use Windows built-in web server like IIS. Select company name, hit update URL button, then you will get pop-up windows to select built-in web server or select IIS. For IIS, open Internet Information Service Management tool, create a new application pool to run .NET Core application, create site, then select the Boxtel-LotusHRM application folder, then click Save. Now, I'm going to selecting Use Built-in Web Server option. Next, we have to update the IP address of this computer. Before updating the URL, we have to fix the IP address instead of getting dynamic IP address to this PC. Most of the computer's IP address allocated by the modem or router. If that PC IP address keep on change, then the biometric terminal will fail to send the data to this PC. Now go to command prompt, type ipconfig to get the IP address of this PC. This IP address is a URL to access Boxtel.LotusHRM software. Default port number 80 is used for web application. If this port number has occupied by some other application, then use next available port number. If you want to use IIS as a web server, then configure everything in IIS Manager, then update the URL here. Now, we have to update the license using License Manager. At very first time, it will ask dealer information, then fill all required details. Click Next button will bring you to Generate License Request. Click folder icon under Generate License Request to create the license request file. Under License ID and password type 123 for 5, then click Finish button, create the license request file into the selected folder. Share this file to Boxtel. Once you receive license response file, click License Manager, click Next, select Update License, click folder icon, select license response file, then click Finish, will update the license. Now, double-click the Boxtel web server to log in the Boxtel.LotusHRM application. You can minimize the web server window to continue your work. When you restart the computer, this server will run automatically. Now, open the Chrome or Firefox, type the IP address and port number. If you use default port number that is 80, then just type IP address to run the application. Soon after you will see the login screen. When edit the company name, we use admin as login email ID and default password is admin in caps. Now, enter the login credentials, click login button, then you will see home page. Hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. All the best.